Hello, everyone. My name's John Brenneman. Thank you for joining us today for our first Regent Seven Seas webinar of the year. For those who don't know, we do one basically every quarter with our great friends at Regent. A couple of things before we get started. For those who this might be your first time joining us, we are recording this webinar. So later on this evening, you'll get an email which will include a link to this webinar will actually be uploaded to YouTube. So you can go to YouTube and watch this video again if you'd like. In a few minutes, I'm going to turn it over to Andrew. He's going to talk to us about Regent. And then we have a lot of different promotions with Regent going on at the same time. We have a MOA exclusive amenity. We have some specially discounted cruises where we offer additional percentage off the cruise fare. What else do we have? We have group departures. We're going to have a show special. Then Regent has their own promotions. And I'll talk about this again at the end. I know it sometimes gets confusing with so many different promotions going. Your best bet is to give us a call or drop us an email, get with one of our Regent experts and allow them to find you the absolute best deal possible by combining one, two, or more of the different promotions going on at the same time. Anyway, after Andrew talks about all the different promotions we have, Andrew and I will both co-host a Q&A. Any point during the presentation, if you have questions, if you go to the bottom of your screen, or if you're on a handheld device, take your finger down to the bottom, you should see a little menu. There is a conversation bubble that has a question mark in it that says Q&A. That's where you drop in your questions. If for some reason you don't see that, to the far right, there's a circle with three dots in it that says more. If you click on that, you'll see all of the icons. And you just want to click on that Q&A. While Andrew's talking, I will be kind of answering the questions to the best of my ability, but we will always revisit any questions at the very end just to get Andrew's confirmation of what I said was correct, as well as I'm sure he a lot of times will have stuff to add to the answer. Before we get started, so anytime you want to drop those in, you can. Before we get started, I always like to talk real quick about MOA vacations. I know we have a lot today, so I'm going to go through this very quickly. If you are new to MOA Vacations and you'd like to know more about what makes us unique, feel free to call or send an email and ask to speak to me. I can speak about our company and what we provide for members at length. So I try to go through relatively quickly. Superior service, we always like to talk about the one thing we like to kind of sum all that up in is we provide a concierge level of service. And this is kind of shown in the fact that we are the only travel agency in North America that provides travel on a satisfaction guaranteed basis, which basically means if you have any issue, concern, or problem, either before or during your trip, you reach out to us. In almost all cases, you'll deal directly with me. I'll reach out to our good friend Andrew, or if it's another cruise line or tour company, to whoever our partner is there and make sure we get that resolved in a timely manner to your complete satisfaction. We do guarantee the lowest prices. And as Andrew's going to go through today, we do have a lot of opportunities to actually get a price lower than the lowest price. And when we talk about lowest prices, we're talking about the prices that are available through going direct to Regent or going through another travel agency. The travel agents industry, as you know, is ripe with discounting. I mean, there's cruise lines out there that have been offering 2-for-1 fares since the cruise line started sailing. So when we talk about savings, we're talking about savings that if you contact the cruise line directly, you contact Regent and say, what is the best deal on this? If you contact us, these are going to be savings less than you can get going direct to the cruise line. So what we like to call true savings. I think we have 50 some sailings on right now where we offer 20 to 40% off lower price than you can get going to Regent, correct? So if you're flexible when you travel, great opportunity to save a lot of money. We do have a free amenity program with all of our top preferred providers. Regent absolutely participates. Any Regent cruise that you book, any departure date, any of the ships, you're going to get a $250 minimum shipboard credit. There are some times, for example, if you go on a group where that might be 400 or 600, there might be promotions where it's more than that, but you will always get, as a MOA member, in recognition of your past and continued service, at least a $250 shipboard credit. And then we do have some group opportunities. If you are looking to perhaps go on a cruise and share that experience with some of your fellow MOA members from around the country. So that is kind of like the 3-minute overview of what makes MOA Vacation special. As it says on the thing, we are a full service travel agency. We specialize in vacation travel, but we want to be your travel agency of choice for not only your Regent cruises, but any other vacations you take as well. So with that kind of little plug for us, Andrew, I'm going to turn it over to you. We all look forward to learning more about Regent. I'm going to turn my camera off as Andrew goes through this. As a reminder, answer questions, and we'll get back to you. We'll answer all of them at the end. So, Andrew, take it away.
Well, thanks, John. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And more importantly, thank you for your service, continued and future and past. Again, I'm Regent Seven Seas Cruises. I'm going to take you on a short journey on who we are, what we do, and what really has us stand apart from the other entities in the luxury segment. Before I get into that, I'm also going to turn my camera off. That way you have a full screen of the PowerPoint presentation. So with that said, a little bit more about Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Oh, my PowerPoint doesn't want to... Come on now. There we go. So a little bit more about us. We are a ultra luxury small ship all-inclusive product. So what we're able to do is take you into destinations that aren't only the touristy type of destinations, but also the boutique-y, off the beaten path type destinations because of the size of the ship, because of the capacity that we have, which is going to be 840 guests and below. We also elevate a lot of the aspects of our cruise product, which is going to be like your dining experiences, obviously square footage and the footprint that we have throughout the vessel. And it's just elevated above and beyond a lot of the other entities in the segment that say that they are ultra luxury or luxury in general. We've been in the business for over 30 years and we've been working with a lot of ground operators, us being one of the first to be an all-inclusive product. So we have that foundation to build, or that is already built and to continue to build from. Some other things that we do at Regent is we are the unforgettable moment brand. We love to celebrate your unforgettable moment. So if that's going to be a special occasion in the sense of a honeymoon or an anniversary, potentially a retirement, or even a promotion, your big zero birthday, whatever it may be, we want to celebrate that with you. We provide a lot of TLC on board our vessels already, but with these special moments, we want to elevate that even farther for you. So we encourage you to capitalize on these moments, especially if you're trying to make it special and a surprise for somebody. We love those more than ever. So we will participate and try to make everything work for you. Going into the perfect size of our ships, as I said, our footprints, right? So the real estate on board our ships is very large, but the ships itself, compared to the mega cruise liners that are out there, is we're very small. So as you can see here, we have the Seven Seas Voyager compared to a few of the larger mega cruise liners that are out there right now. Our ship holds 698 guests. I believe the Harmony of the Sea that you can see next door is somewhere in the range of about 6,000 guests, I believe. So just to kind of give you that idea of what it looks like when we aren't in port with these ships, how there's going to be no crowds, no lines, the ease of vacation, just the ability to remove a lot of that extra time and responsibility, just embarking and debarking, and be able to get out into the destination itself and really really indulge in what the culinary and immerse yourself with the locals, etc., and really capitalize on your vacation. So what really sets us apart from the other entities in the luxury segment is our brand pillars and what I like to call the House of Regent. So the roof of the house is our unrivaled at sea, which is the experience that we're promising. We're going to do everything we can to ensure that your experience with us is above and beyond any other product that you could purchase in the luxury segment. What holds that house up are the four brand pillars or the walls of that house, which is immersive exploration, heartfelt hospitality, luxurious space, and Epicurean perfection. We will touch on all of those here in a moment. And then the foundation of that house is the most inclusive luxury experience. And that's, as I was said at the beginning, there's a lot of entities out there that say they are all inclusive. But if you were to stack us up against anything onshore or at sea, we are truly the most inclusive product out there. And again, I will go through all of that and explain what that is. But getting into immersive explorations, this is our indulging and immersing into the destination, right? So this is our land programs, our shore excursions, things that take you inland, our overland packages, which we offer an array of, right? Yes, we do business on the water, but we want you to get into these destinations, get inland, and really see what these areas have to offer. So with that, we have an array of different options from pre and post land programs to inclusive excursions that we offer, all the way to overland packages where you leave the ship for a few days and go and do something inland and meet the ship back a few ports later. Here is a good overview of what that list looks like. So as I mentioned at the beginning, we are an all-inclusive product. So 75 to 80%, don't hold me to that number. It does differ depending on destination and the infrastructure for touring in that destination. But around that percentage is going to be our free unlimited tours. So tours are included with your voyage fare, and those are going to be the highlights of that destination, the must-sees for your first time to travel there. Now, if you've been there before or you're wanting a more elevated experience, we do have an array of other options, as you can see here, from our Regent Choice excursions, which are going to be, the example I always like to use is a helicopter tour to the Mendenhall Glacier. So that would have a cost associated with it because it has a specialty vehicle or it's an exclusive tour to Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Small group tours mirror the free tours, but we cap those at 16 guests to keep that small group more interactive with our tour guide, etc. Go local tours are great for those who've been in these destinations before, and the Regent Choice excursions, right? So if you've been there before, you want to do something more than the highlights, go local tours are really great to kind of get off that beaten path, as well as the elevated, for example, the Mendenhall Glacier excursion. Epicurean Explorer tours or Epicurean culinary tours, these are going to be around food. So if you are a self-proclaimed chef, or you are a foodie, these are chef-led into markets, into vineyards, into restaurants. You learn pairing with wines, you learn how to pick produce to get the best flavors and how to extract those flavors and take that information back on board the ship. And on our Explorer class vessels and our new Prestige ship that's coming out at the end of the year, there's a culinary arts kitchen on board, and you can hands-on participate in using those ingredients to create an incredible entree with our culinary experience. We also just added this type of experience to our core vessels, the Mariner and the Voyager, and it is going to be what we call the Epicurean Studio. And it's not a hands-on experience, but it's going to be a more of a demo, but really does work within those tours as well. I saw you pop on, John.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, okay, good. Just making sure you didn't have anything to say. Getting into wellness, that's around rejuvenation and self-help. We have executive collections. Again, those are going to be tours that are custom to you. So if you see something in our list that you just want to do with your travel companion, we will do that. If there's something that's off the beaten path that is not in our list, we can customize that for you and create those tours. As I mentioned, many pre and post land packages. Some are free. We do that promotionally, so you'll see that promotionally throughout the year. Mid-cruise overland programs, pre and post cruise hotel programs, which are extremely important nowadays. If you are traveling overseas, it's always best to purchase a pre That way, for two reasons, you have a little bit of buffer if there's any travel issues or obstacles, but also you have the ability to see the embarkation city and then add a post night as well to see that debarkation city. We don't want to just fly in and miss. I always use Barcelona as an example because there's tons of tapas, tons of wine, tons of experience, and beautiful art throughout the city. You don't want to just fly in, get to the ship, and then sail away from such a gem. Overnight in ports, something that we pride ourselves on. I'll get more into that later. And we touch on 350 UNESCO World Heritage sites throughout the world. So if history is your love, or you have a maybe a degree or something like that in history, and you've never been to these destinations, we can check those boxes for you. Immersive exploration doesn't stop when you get back on board the ship. We do offer spotlight sailings that are itineraries filled with one-of-a-kind experiences. We both do those onshore and on board. And some of the examples that we have here are culinary, winemaking, genealogy, filmmaking, and Broadway. We've done golf spotlights. We've done F1 spotlights with our Armico F1 sponsorship that we do with Aston Martin. We've done Fabergé spotlights with the Fabergé egg that we have on board Grandeur. So there's a lot of really cool, unique experiences that you can pick on certain sailings. If those areas interest you, you can go on board, learn more about those while enjoying an incredible, luxurious experience with us. Again, onboard experiences are usually complimentary. Shoreside experiences with tours and either land pre or post land packages usually do have a cost associated with them, but they are incredible opportunities to take a deep dive into those subjects. My personal opinion and the best product that we have throughout our vessels is the heartfelt hospitality. This is our crew on board the ships. They are the ones that really excel at their at elevating the position for or elevating the experience for our guests. They go above and beyond. They do a lot of this with a smile. Our guests get to know them. They come back to the ship for particular guests or even our officers. So it is something that that our guests rant and rave about. They really cater to your every wish. They anticipate your needs, so they learn your likes and your dislikes, and then they anticipate it. So a lot of the times at dinner, we like to joke, you only have one glass of wine because it's never truly empty. You always, you look and have a conversation to your left and you turn back to your right and your glass is filled again. So it's just that attentiveness, that want, that need that they really focus on and go above and beyond within that discovery. Epicurean perfection. This is going to be our culinary experience on board our ships. We have an array of venues. Currently, we have 7 different options throughout the fleet. With the new ship, which we'll get into in a little bit, we will have a couple more options. But Compass Rose is our main dining space. This is the picture that you see here on the screen. That is on board Explorer, that beautiful wave chandelier in the middle. The starburst chandelier is out in the back there. It is European and American flares. It is absolutely an incredible venue. The venue throughout our Explorer class ships are unique and different experiences. The culinary experience is also unique in the sense that you could build your own entrees and have a ribeye steak every night in that venue, and between different sides and sauces and preparations, it could potentially be a completely different meal. We also have Prime 7, which is our USDA Prime Steakhouse, everything from a 6-ounce filet to a 32-ounce porterhouse. Pacific Rim is our Pan-Asian venue where we're bringing flavors from all over Asia, including India, Japan, China, Thailand, those areas, and really mixing in those different wonderful flavors. One of my personal favorites on board the ships. La Veranda is our breakfast and lunch buffet, which turns into Setamari in the evening, which is our Italian venue. And then Chartreuse is our French venue that is going to provide incredible classic French cuisine with a modern twist to it. Again, if you like mushroom soup, if you like the seared ducks or the foie gras or the French wine from the French producing regions, we bring all of that on board. We have it all to have that unique and definitive French experience in Chartreuse. As I mentioned, we are all inclusive. So what does that mean for you? Where you're getting all the tours that I mentioned, A lot of the tours included that they're going to hit those highlights. Unlimited drinks if you partake. These are going to be top shelf wells, so this isn't a bottle of vodka that just said vodka on it with a skull and crossbones. It's going to have Grey Goose or Maker or Kettle One. We also have Maker's Marks and things for different types of whiskeys and bourbons. One night pre-hotel included if you book a concierge suite with us, alleviating that need to purchase a hotel. Transfers are associated with that, depending on air situations and things. But it overcomes that obstacle also. Free unlimited Wi-Fi on board. We do have Starlink on the ship, so your connectivity will be similar to what you have on shore. Prepaid gratuities. This is a cashless society. There's no reason to tip on board the ship. Everything goes to your onboard account. Dining, as I mentioned, is included. All those specialty restaurants, I'm sorry, that I mentioned in there. So any of the venues that are not open to the public and just going to sit down and seat do have a reservation to them, but it's open to you. It's not going to be at a cost. So they are complimentary specialty venues. 24-hour room service and in-suite dining. Butler service in our penthouse suites and above. Absolutely amazing amenity. The whole point of going on a vacation is to remove your responsibility, and the butler takes that to a whole nother level. They are your liaison between the departments on board the ships. They go above and beyond to meet all those things that I mentioned earlier, where they're anticipating your needs. It just, again, elevates the service. They'll pack and unpack for you, shine your shoes. They bring your room service in. They communicate with the shore excursion and spa if you'd like to make reservations, etc. Valet laundry service. This is my personal favorite on board. Again, relieving yourself of responsibility, right? We already took away your cleaning your room, making your bed, making your dinner. We might as well take away from doing the laundry too, right? So we're going to take all of those daily tasks that we are trying to get away from and do that complimentary for you. So another good thing about that is the ability to pack light, right? Especially on these longer voyages. If you do a longer cruise with us, you don't have to bring multiple big bags with you. We'll take care of that for you. And then unlimited access to the spa facilities, which is going to be like our hot and cold rooms, saunas, whirlpool tubs, hot tubs, things along those lines. Any treatments would be at a cost. We'll get into air here in a moment. But here again, as I mentioned, just like we're very visual when it comes to how we are stack up against the other entities on our inclusions. And as I mentioned, if you were to stack us up, we are the most exclusive experience out there. And we do have our competitors here, including a river option. And, at the end of the day, these prices may be a lower starting point, but because they're not all inclusive or have the inclusions that we have, that in price or your onboard purchases combined with your pre-booking purchase may actually equal or be more than what our cruise fare or what you purchase from us are. So it's always best to compare, what you think the onboard items are or any of the packages that you're purchasing from these other entities. Getting into airfare, as I mentioned, everything that I kind of just talked to you about is our standard inclusions. But if you were to take our airfare, we do have our ultimate all-inclusive fare. So again, everything I just talked to you is about in our all-inclusive cruise fares. And then we have the ultimate all-inclusive fares, which you would pay for airfare. You can customize your airfare with a fee. You pay essentially retail rates for airfare. You can kind of pick and choose what you like. If you just want what our standard cost is, we would pick the schedule for you to get you there on time based around your vacation plans. If you have a specific carrier or routing or anything like that, there are customization fees. But the cool thing about our airfare is it comes with round trip transfers. So as I mentioned earlier, depending on with that concierge suite, right, with that included, will give you a transfer to the ship. But if you add our airfare on top of that, it gives you all of them. We will pick you up from the airport, hotel, ship, and vice versa on the post end. But we also do an elevated service with Black Lane, which gives you a $500 per suite credit to use anywhere you'd like 10 days pre-cruise up to 10 days post-cruise. So if you do take our airfare and Black Lane is available in your home city, we can pick you up from your home, take you to the airport in a Black Lane private chauffeur. We'll then do motor coaches for all the other transfers associated with our airfare and any hotels or land packages you have with us. And then you do your cruise, and again, vice versa on the post end, and we can pick you up Black Lane and take you home. Again, you can use it anywhere you'd like. If Black Lane's not in your city, you can use it in your embark and debark cities. And if you don't want to use it there, you can use it throughout your voyage as well. If you want to be transferred, somewhere in a destination, as long as Black Lane is offered there. So where does all this amazing inclusiveness happen? Well, it happens on the most elegant fleet in the world. We do have 6 ships currently in water. We will have our 7th ship coming out at the end of the year, December of 2026. Our core vessels, we do are the Voyager, the Mariner, and the Navigator. If you participated in our last webinar, I told you that we were going to exit the Navigator from the fleet. That has changed. The Navigator is remaining with us for the time being. You also probably heard me say that we did a complete refurbishment on the Mariner, and we are working on that refurbishment for the Voyager in April. So I do have some great photos to show you of the redesign of the Mariner. And then I have some really great opportunities to show you for the Navigator's relaunch season. And then the Voyager we do have coming out, as I mentioned, in April. And hopefully if you attend a future webinar, we'll have some new photos of the Voyager for you. So here is the signature suite. Yes.
Not to interrupt, but I wanted to mention that I sailed on the Mariner 3 weeks after it came out of refurbishment. So if anybody has any questions about it, but it smelled like a brand new car. It was absolutely stunning. So I just wanted to mention that I had some personal experience on that. If anybody had any questions that was thinking of going on the Mariner.
Thank you, John.
Sure.
So what you'll see here in these refurbishment pictures are work with our new ship coming out at the end of the year. We're trying to bring up those core vessels and to our new ship level, right? So we're getting you can see here, it's very earth tone, contemporary base. It's very elegant at the same time. Beautiful color tones throughout. Big bathroom changes if you have sailed with us before in the past. If you haven't, just hop on Google and give us a search. You'll see some of the older pictures. This is absolutely an amazing transformation. Again, the Mariner was built in 2001 to kind of give you an idea. So she has been refurbished many times since. But this is the most recent and, in my opinion, the most elegant and the most thorough that we've done. Here is the penthouse rendering of the Voyager. Beautiful color tones again there. And then we have the deluxe veranda suites and concierge suites on board, where we've changed the color palette quite a bit. Moved, new countertops, new wood pieces throughout, new furniture, and just in general. Again, absolutely stunning space on board both of these vessels. I can't wait to see them in person. As I mentioned before, one of the cool things that we did add to the Voyager, or to the Mariner, and will be on board Voyager, is our new Epicurean studio. So Explorer, which we'll discuss here in a moment, the Explorer class ships, so Explorer, Splendor, Grandeur, they all have a actual hands-on cooking class, and Voyager and Mariner will have a demo station. So you'll still get an incredible culinary arts experience. You'll have the ability to dine and still taste the entrees that are created in this space. But if you are looking to be more hands-on, the Explorer class vessels are it. Another really cool thing that we added to the ships is the pizzeria. So we have this beautiful pizzeria that we added to the vessels, and I haven't personally had the pizza yet, but maybe John did, and he can attest to all the other reviews that I've been given, how amazing it is. And we also opened up a casual dining space for our pool grill. Getting into a short video just to kind of take you through the Mariner. So again, just a short video just to kind of give you that real life experience of a very short tour through the vessel, through the Mariner. Next, we have, as I mentioned, the Navigator. So we have Navigate the Seas. The Navigator was originally going to depart the fleet in October of 2026. We have a new season starting November 1st of 2026 on the Navigator that goes into mid 2027. And what we did with the Navigator is a very unique set of itineraries. So we put her into Asia in the spring, which is pretty normal, but that gives us more opportunity for an incredibly desirable destination at the moment. We put the ship in Australia and the South Pacific in the summertime, which that's Southern Hemisphere, so we're going to be talking more on the winter side. So these are going to be a little bit more off season, which is cool because it's going to be a completely different experience for you, especially if you've been there before, right? If you go during the touristy times, there's a lot of people, a lot of ships, a lot of vacations. Off the season time or off peak season, you're getting more local indulgement, more food, just a lot of really cool, unique experiences. And then with the Navigator's first portion of its new season is we're doing the Mediterranean in the fall and winter. So we will be in the Med in November for her first sailing. This is November 11th, but she does start November 1st. This is just kind of give you an idea of Barcelona to Lisbon. Incredible time to go. Again, off the peak season. So a very unique experience, especially if you've been to these destinations before. And currently here we have all of the just announced voyages starting November 1st through, oh, sorry, I said mid, but we do have some going through October of 27 right now. So, if you are interested in experiencing these destinations on a different timeline on our most intimate vessel, she only holds about 490 guests. This is an opportunity. As I said, they just launched, so space is available currently. Getting into the Grandeur, Splendor, and Explorer, these are all sister ships. I've mentioned it a few times. They all hold 740 mid-40s guests, about 44, 46. They're 55,000 tons, and the crew-to-guest ratio on board is about it's 1 to 1.3 or 1.4 in that range. So we're talking almost one crew member per guest, which is why that attentive service is so great. Another cool thing that I didn't mention earlier is our attire on board. I know I just said we opened up the pizzeria, which is a casual dining experience, but our attire on board the ship is very casual to start off with. So during the day, it's resort wear. In the evening, we do not require any slacks any longer, any jackets, any ties. Jeans are okay with some stipulations. Tennis shoes are okay with some stipulations. So we do bring that elegancy. We elevate the experience while doing it while you're comfortable, right? And that's what we want to ensure our guests have. So real quick, I'm just going to do a fly through the Grandeur, which is our newest Explorer class vessel. Right. And that just gives you a really good idea of what the Explorer class vessels interior looks like. Again, walking through the or soaring through the ship, seeing those, in my personal opinion, destinations in themselves, the suites, is absolutely stunning. But not to take away from our beautiful Explorer class ships, but we are bringing on a new vessel at the end of the year in December. We are launching a new legacy for Regent. This is a completely new platform for Regent Seven Seas cruises, so this will not be a sister ship of the Explorer class vessels. She will be a little bit larger at 77,000 tons, but still only hold about 822 guests. We'll have 7 specialty venues alone on this vessel, so they get all of those dining experiences I mentioned before, plus some. We have 2 new dining concepts on board the ship, 12 categories or suite categories, 4 of them new, all new all with private balconies and a brand new Skyview Regent suite. Here is the beautiful atrium, which we call the Starlight Atrium. This is going to be an incredible focal point of the vessel. On the Explorer class ships, as you saw, there was a really pretty chandelier in our atrium. Here we have our 2 winding staircase from deck 4 to deck 5. And then we have the large winding staircase all the way up from deck 5 to deck 11. And that will actually be the art piece that illuminates the entire Starlight venue, which draws your eyes all the way up. And we have this beautiful skylight at the top of the ship that brings all the sunlight in. And then in the evening, that incredible starlight. Here we do have Galileo's Bar. Galileo's Bar is a tribute to the Navigator. The Navigator is the only ship that actually has Galileo's on board. With her exiting the fleet, we brought Galileo's on Prestige. But now we have 2 in the fleet, which is exciting because it is a unique and great focal point of the vessel. This one's actually going to be more open spaced, where it services the casino and a lounge area as well. We do think this will be a hub for guests to gather and really have a great experience with other guests on board the ship. Here we have Coffee Connection. Start your day off right with your cup of Joe, or it's a great meeting place for, meeting your other travel companions to go on a shore excursion or off ship. It's a really great, relaxing space. A lot of floor to ceiling windows in this area, so you always have a view of the horizon. It's just incredible color palettes, and the inspiration that we had here is the bustling coffee houses of Paris and Vienna. Here we have the pool deck. With the ship being a little bit bigger, this is going to be one of the areas that benefit from that. We're going to have more seating up here, more loungers, more space. It actually tapers out in this area with the design, so the ship is going to have more of an oval shape in this area and kind of expand off to the side of the ships, or off the side of the ship, so you get more space on board. Here we have Compass Rose again, the main dining space with that European and American flair. Inspiration here again is just throughout the entire vessel actually is the marrying between land and sea, right? So as you can kind of see in this, if you look at the carpet, it kind of looks like a wave washed up on shore, and now it's pulling back into the ocean. It's leaving that sea foam up on the sand. It's kind of giving that aspect, and you'll see that everywhere throughout the vessel. Again, the incredible entrees that we offer throughout the fleet in Compass Rose, absolutely amazing space. Here we have Pacific Rim. One of the things on Pacific Rim, that especially that you saw in the grandeur video that I just showed you, is that art piece that was out in front of Pacific Rim, which was the cherry blossom tree. On the Explorer class vessels, we have the cherry blossom tree on Grandeur. Splendor is this incredible golden dragon, and then on board Explorer is a gigantic Buddhist prayer wheel. It does take up a lot of space, even though it's a beautiful art piece, and it is such a desirable space that we decided to make the entrance of Pacific Rim the art itself. So you have these incredible tiles, the incredible textures throughout, that amazing stone hostess station as you walk in, and then you go through the doors and you have more dining opportunity for guests within this space. Again, this is going to be our Pan-Asian venue with flavors from all over that area. The new venue that we're bringing on board is Azor. Azor is uh, going to immerse guests into a rich Mediterranean cultural, like tapestry, and again, the different textures throughout the venue, thoughtfully curated entrees and all sorts of different things to really elevate this experience. This area is going to be, again, also very bustling. I feel like there's going to be a lot going on, very lively social dining experiences where guests can kind of have a variety of different types of dishes. It's going to be mezza style, so kind of everyone's going to be trying things. So we just think it's going to be unique and different and cool, and obviously a beautiful dining experience on board. Getting into the suites of the vessels, um, here we have our Regent Suite on board Grandeur. Now, Regent Suite is our largest suite throughout our fleet. On the Explorer class ships, there's only one on each one of our ships. Splendor, Explorer, Grandeur, and now Prestige. The core vessels do not have one. They have our signature suites. But the Explorer class vessels Regent Suite is about 4,400 square feet. As you can see, it's very beautiful, incredible inclusions that are extra with this category, like private car and driver and ports that offer the infrastructure. You get use of the study, in-suite spa treatments, a ton of different options that you can choose from. Getting into the prestiges Regent Suite, we call it the Skyview Regent Suite, and that's because it is a two-floor suite that is 8,794 square feet, plus the use of the study, which is about another 700 square feet, which is again a private dining space that sits in between Compass or Chartreuse and Prime 7. So you get to order from all of those venues if you choose to. And then on top of this, on the second floor, there is an incredible master suite, and then you have the massive balcony space that covers the top floor of this area as well. It's a incredible space, and if you would like to have a home away from home, that is definitely the destination. And that is kind of the point behind the Prestige, is we wanted to have different aspects of home options for guests. So, the Regent Suite is going to be that mansion. Here we have what we call the Skyview Suites, which we have three different options for. We have the Skyview Aurora, Luna, and Sola. They're just three distinct expressions of this suite, different footprints. But the cool thing about this is you get this massive 2,000 square foot downstairs. And then on top of that, you also get a private Skyview suite terrace with a hot tub, covered space, dining space, which gives you more of an outdoor experience, which is amazing. Here is the Grand Suite on board Grandeur to kind of give you an idea. These are about 1,900 square feet, an amazing suite, separate bedroom and living space, multiple bathrooms. Again, this is going to be, like your residential home. The Skyview Suites are kind of like the Hampton Mansions per se. And then we have this incredible grand loft suite that we're introducing on board Prestige, which would be kind of that downtown urban condo, right? It is 856 square feet, incredible living space downstairs, but your bedroom is a loft upstairs, and one of the walls of this suite is all glass floor to ceiling. So the view of the horizon, the view of that destination is going to be absolutely impeccable. I mean, really think about sitting in that room, sitting on that balcony, sitting on the edge of that bed in Monte Carlo while the fireworks are going off, and we're sitting in, or not docked, but anchored offshore. Like, it just absolutely amazing. Here we have the penthouse suite on board Explorer. Again, they're about 600 square feet. Butler service is included here. Different priority excursions and priority dining experiences as well. There's separate bedroom and sitting space for those who want to watch TV or take a nap. Absolutely amazing space, big closets, big bathrooms. If you're looking to, again, remove that additional responsibility and have that liaison, let the butler take care of you, even though we're all capable or potentially capable of taking care of all those things. It's just nice to have someone do it for you. And here is the concierge suites on board. They range about 465 square feet with the balcony. This is a beautiful suite, walk-in closet, dual vanities in the bathroom, separate tub and shower. My wife and I have been in these many times. We've had cocktail parties with 6 adults in this suite. There's plenty of space, to have some pre-dinner cocktails. Absolutely amazing. And then here is the prestigious version of that, which we range between, I'm sorry, this is the Serenity Suite, which is actually a little bit less square footage at 440 square feet. Again, that's going to probably be on the balcony, not necessarily on the interior square footage. Let us entertain you. We have an array of different options to entertain. We do Broadway shows. We bring on artists. We bring on bands, comedians. We have our own produced shows throughout all of our itineraries. Another great thing is we have multiple lounges. So if you don't want to go to the show, but you'd like to have some music, we do have, singers and lounge singers and everything in our areas. We also do karaoke nights to keep guests having a good time. That is one of my favorite experiences on board. I just love people watching and participating in karaoke. It's very fun. And then we also have the lecturers and everything on board as well. So when we go into destinations, even though we are, it's not a spotlight sailing, we still may bring on an expert from that particular destination. Maybe if it's World War II focused, we'll bring on a historian of the area. As I mentioned, when we were talking about the other brands, how we compare to those, this is going to kind of show you how we compare. I did tell you, at the beginning of, your experience in booking another product, it may show that their initial cost is less expensive. But once you go through and add all the stuff that we include, it either gets it really close or over what we are charging for that, very similar itinerary. In this particular case, this is a Mediterranean sailing on the Voyager. We use premium lines a lot for this comparison. But once you get through that initial setup and all the way at the end for the total fare, yes, we're still $700 and change more expensive than that premium product is, but that premium product likely has 2, 3, 4,000 guests on board. Splendor was 744. You have, they're nickel and diming you for every drink unless you buy packages, all sorts of different things, right? So when you exit the ship with Regent, it's just happy smiles and goodbyes. And a lot of these premium products, someone's, knocking on your door and sliding a piece of a paper that has, the money that you owe them on it. So with us, you do not have to purchase anything on board our ship unless you choose to. We travel to 550 worldwide destinations. Essentially, the only area we do not go to is the Arctic. We do not do any expeditions. We do have long sailings all the way throughout of May 2028 and more coming this year. Really, I wanted to focus on just singles for this particular slide. If you are a single or you travel with singles, we did make a change as of March 31st, 2027 sailings and forward that our category H on our Explorer class ships, which are Grandeur, Splendor, and Explorer, that category H, which is our initial category, is a 50% single supplement. Always. It's going to be a standard policy. Prior to March 31st of 2027 sailings, it is 100% single supplement. So it's giving a great deal. And then we do have specials on singles all the time as well, which I will get into later. But this is just showing you the foundation that we want the singles. We love singles. We have a great program on board. So if you are one or you travel with solo guests, please let them know that we have opportunities for them. Immersive overnight sailings. These are great for those of you who travel land a lot. So maybe you go spend 3 days in Rome, 3 days in Barcelona, and 3 days in Paris. This will give you an opportunity to kind of have that same experience, but instead of packing and unpacking, getting on an airplane, late flying, getting in a car, transfer to a hotel, unpacking and doing all the things that that takes, we act as that hotel for you. So these are 7 to 16 night voyages where we stay in, we only go to 3 to 5 ports. We stay in those ports up to 2.5 days, and then we move you on board the ship. You don't have to pack multiple times. It's all in, in suites. We're your tour guides, we're your restaurants. We have all of those inclusions that I've mentioned previously, but give you an incredible experience where we spend more time in port, and you get an amazing evening experiences as well. So if you are interested in slowing down, or maybe you didn't travel via cruise in the past because they do move too quickly port to port, this is an opportunity to slow down, immerse yourself in the destination even more, and get those evening and incredible experiences. Also great for those who have been to these destinations before and left at 5 o'clock, if it was via cruise, to go back and get the opportunity to see that nightlife. Because we all know that, Athens during the day is not Athens during the night. It's a completely different situation. So those are available to you. Here's a great comparison. We like to, again, show you how we compare. This is for 2 guests. The previous comparison was per person. So again, at the starting point, we are much more expensive, but once you go across our inclusions, this particular situation, when you stack us up against luxury hotels, we are the better value for your travels. Getting into, join our already booked MOA members. As John mentioned, we do have some groups. We have a group coming up. I just want to talk. I know it's coming up very soon, but we do have one in June. There is limited availability here, but we do have a $400 shipboard credit, so that's going to be above and beyond a value that you can get in the market if you were just to go anywhere else. We also have an array of other voyages in 2026 that offer that same $400 amenity. And then John and I are working on future groups as well. So there will be more opportunities for you to travel with MOA members before you know it. So keep an eye out. So MOA offers, John did touch base on a lot of these. As he mentioned, as a MOA member, you will get up to a $250 per suite shipboard credit on all your departures. So what that means is we're not offering anything promotionally, or there's nothing out there to give you that value. You will get $250 shipboard credit. In the group situation, since the $400 is more than the $200 member exclusive offer, it would be in place of. Okay, so it's not on top. But if there weren't a group, we would honor that $250. Oh, John, I missed a slide, I think. Where did it go? The single supplement offer is, we do have a few single supplement sailings right now at 0% that are offered through multiple categories. As I mentioned before with the, talking about the 50% single supplement, that's only on H, but with our promotional single supplements, you can spread it over multiple categories. And then we have an array of other single supplement options between 10, 25, 50, 75%, depending on the particular destination. But I don't know what happened, but one of my slides is missing. But John did mention that that MOA does have exclusive benefits with Regent, which currently are outside of the market. We do not market these. They're not open to the public by any means. But as a preferred partner of ours, MOA does have the ability to offer these discounts, and currently we have an up to 40% discount on select dates. So make sure you do touch base with John and team to see what those voyages are if you are interested in that discount. And we do
Andrew, can I say something about those real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's a program we were in before, but it's kind of changed going into this year. So now instead of set pricing, it's a percentage discount. So there'll be a sailing on that particular sailing. We may have, as Andrew mentioned, it's 20 to 40. Most of them are in the 30 range. So like we'll have a sailing and it'll be 30% off the cruise fare. That percentage stays the same. As ships fill up, that price will increase. So it's not a fixed price, it's a set percentage off, which is different than when we talked about this in previous years. It was always, we have a set price that stayed the same. Now it's a set discount percentage that stays the same. I just wanted to mention that.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that. Yeah. The public offer that we do have open right now, again, most of these things are combinable, but that or up to 40% is such a bottom dollar deal that it's not combinable with the two category upgrade or any other public offers. But the shipboard credit that we mentioned is, and then the next offer that I'll tell you here in a moment is as well. So this is a two category upgrade on select sailings with a 50% deposit across all years and all destinations. Again, select dates. But if you book one of the dates in 2026, there is an additional $500 shipboard credit on top of that per suite. This offer ends on February 28th of 2026. So we only have a couple weeks left. So if you are interested in getting our most valuable offer that we offer throughout any of the year, this is it. This is the best offer that we have for the most part publicly, right? So again, John does have better rates on select dates, but if you're looking at a sailing that's not on that list, this would be our best offer. And in addition to that, you will get an up to $2,000 discount depending on the category of purchase and the length of sailing. We are running that from today through the 20th, so there's a 2-week window there. So again, just get with John and team, and he can make that happen for you. And to end this, as we're getting close to our final time, I do just have a short video of what that Regent experience is like, from the Black Lane pickup to a short experience on board and on shore. And I hope you enjoy it.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I'm unforgettable too.
Thank you so much. That's all I got for you today.
What a great way to end that. I like that.
Isn't it a great video?
Okay, so we had a couple of questions. Just to remind everyone before we jump into the Q&A, as we wrap up, we did record the webinar. You will receive an email this evening with a link to view the webinar. Everything that we offer to MOA members, we also offer to the guests of MOA members. So if you have neighbors, friends, family, or something like that that you like to travel with or would be interested in traveling with, feel free to share the email we send this evening with them. They can watch the webinar on their own. They can go to, we do have a Regent website. The link to that will be included in the email this evening. That website does have those MOA discounted cruises that we touched on briefly. So absolutely. So even the MOA exclusive amenity that we have, that $250 shipboard credit, that applies to MOA members and anyone traveling with you. So when we service MOA members, we want to service not only the member, but everyone who travels with the member. So just wanted to mention that as well. So the first question we had, and I'm hoping you can remember back to this, Andrew, was at the $9,000 example, is that the entry level suite or mid or high? I think that's the comparison that you were doing when you were comparing.
Yeah, that was I want to say it's a mid-level suite. It's a superior suite, as if I remember correctly. It might have been even a concierge suite. So that's usually the middle range. It's not just the break-in point. So let me, you know what? Let me just
Right.
pop and check. Should we go look real quick? Is that okay?
Why not? What was I will say I've seen other comparisons that we've done in the previous, which would like compare a suite with Regent with a suite on a Princess or a Holland or a Celebrity, those types of ships as well. And those comparisons, I think it's the one suite up from it. So yeah, this is the $9,000 example.
Yeah, I want to say, of course, we don't have it listed on
Yeah,
there
we don't have
anymore.
it here.
I want to say it's a superior suite. It's not it's not the entry level, but it's the one above that.
It's not the Sky Region Suite.
It's unfortunately no.
So yeah, I mean the important thing with these comparisons isn't the exact dollar amount, though. It's the comparing a mid-level suite to a mid-level suite at the other. Oh, I guess that is premium cruise line. So that is talking about a suite on the Holland and the Princess and whatever.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think there's actual more of these that they have, but I think that answers. Okay,
We
the
do have
next
any
one,
more, yeah.
I think I understand what they're asking, but with all the lines under NCL now having status reciprocity and Oceania now being adults only, how will that impact Regent? My understanding was Regent was not part of that. Is that correct?
No, we're not. So we're not removing children. But to
The
touch on
status
that, we also
variance
don't have a
would be
ton of
fine.
children on board, right? So we don't have
I
uh
think the question is asking not about adults only, but perhaps we'll just answer both those questions since you took the question as different. I thought it was another question about if I'm, you know, diamond status with NCL, how does that affect me on the other brands? So this question,
oh, gotcha. Sorry, I thought they said something. I
they
did
did.
hear that. Okay, yeah.
There's
So
possibly two questions on that. So it's good that you answered that Regent's not going adults only. But as I said, we've had the questions before. There has not been a change in the fact that your status on NCL and Oceania does not impact your status on Regent, correct?
it does. So recently we did do a tri-brand. So if you're a certain status at Norwegian, you
Okay.
can carry over some of your benefits to Regent and vice versa.
Oh, okay.
There are some stipulations around that, depending on what level you are and what benefits actually carry over, because we carry a lot of benefits that the other brands don't.
Yep.
So there are stipulations, but yes, your loyalty to us as a tri product
Okay.
is recognized across all three brands.
We had that question last year, and I guess I was basing it on your answer last year.
We just switched it. Yeah, we just switched it at the end of the year.
Yeah, okay. Well, here's where I should remind everyone that I'm not a travel agent. So I learned from attending all of these webinars. So I'm sure the agents would know that. That's something you can send over, can't you, Andrew?
Yes, I can send you over anything you
Something
need.
like that. Okay. So Matthew, we'll see if we can't get that to you and send that to you, so you can kind of see how that program works. And then I will see it as well. And then both of us will be the wiser. Okay, it does not. Oh, nope. Looks like we got another one. Here we go. Oh, thanks. You're welcome. That was an easy question.
Perfect.
Okay, well, we're right at 3 o'clock. So I want to thank everyone for attending today. Be on the lookout for that email, and want to thank everyone once again for your patronage for MOA Vacations. We do want to be your travel agency for choice for all of your vacation travel, and we want you to feel comfortable inviting friends and family to come along with you. One of the things we just did recently, I guess it was the end of last year, so not that recently, but a MOA member put together a group for Alaska this summer, and wanted to invite a bunch of people. So not only can we do MOA groups, maybe you belong to a local chapter, maybe you belong to another military organization, maybe you just have a group of friends. We're more than happy to work with you to put together your own group. Go to Andrew, and when we put a group together, that allows us to get, as he showed, additional onboard credit and those types of things. So we just like to reiterate a lot. We're here to do whatever we can to make your vacation travel as enjoyable as possible. And if that's putting together a group, we can do that. If it's just a couple of cabins, we can do that as well. So kind of at the end of the hour, so to speak. So Andrew, I'm going to turn it over to you for the last word.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you again for your time today, everybody. I really appreciate it. I know my nasally drone gets a little crazy after an hour, but nothing, if, as John mentioned, if you do have a family group or you just have individuals that you travel with a lot regularly, let's add value to that, right? That's something that we can do. There's no cost or anything to you at all. So if you do have a group that you travel with, friends group, whatever it may be, we love that. We love to create value and shipboard credit. And what you saw here in the presentation is just kind of like our baseline groups, and we can create some pretty valuable things for you. So definitely reach out to John and team if you have that scenario or if you wish to have it come to fruition. And again, thank you for your time. And we look forward to having you on board, and I can't wait till next time.
Bye, everyone.